Let's get one thing straight before we even begin. Zimbabwe will never be ruled through hashtags. Wi-Fi or noise from digital activists. Leadership is not downloaded, but it is earned. This country, ladies and gentlemen, is not a social media app. It's a sovereign nation that is built on blood, sacrifice, and constitutional order. So for those who think Twitter trends can shake the foundations of the State House, you need to wake up. There is no vacancy until 2030 in the State House. And that is not up for debate. My fellow country people, my name is J. Israel Jacob Dube. I am the chairman of the Harare Economic Forum. All the way from Bulawayo. Zimbabweans from all walks of life are reacting to a clear yet unwavering message that was delivered by Dr. Kudakwashe Tagwireyi. There will be no vacancy in the State House until 2030. There will be no change of leadership at the highest level until the constitutional term ends in 2030. This isn't just a slogan, it's a statement of stability, a rejection of premature distractions, and a vote of confidence in the current leadership under President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Whether on Twitter, on WhatsApp, or in a combi, the conversation is very clear. People are happy with the president.
Matthew arikuti president tinokukudza mukuru wangu muri kufila sene chitiko chatakaitwa na president
aiwa ndofara ngarambe wakadaro varamba wakatsika ipapo vamunangabwa
aiwa indi kunzwa kufara kunzwa mufaro chaitu kuti aiwa president vakatigonera ngavarambe vakadaro.
The president's developmental agenda must be given time to deliver. The economy, infrastructure, and national unity are finally on a focused path. Political power is not a game of musical chairs. It's about mandate, delivery, and direction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the statement has split opinion, and that's exactly why it is powerful. Therefore, today I do not pause before you as a mere participant in political dialogue. I am a vigilant defender of truth, loyalty, and progress. A voice among many who refuse to let the hard-earned gains of our nation be diminished by opportunism or swallowed by confusion. We are not in ordinary times. We are in a season of decisive transformation. And at the helm of that transformation is none other than His Excellency, the President Emmerson Mnangagwa, a man whose leadership has redefined the developmental trajectory of Zimbabwe. Under his stewardship, we have seen what vision backed by action can truly accomplish. And it is in alignment with that very vision, the Vision 2030, that we recently witnessed a very powerful moment of national significance, the announcement of the Land Tenure Program.
President, so land tenure inotibetsera kuti tinge tine power, tinge tine wealth, uye tinge tine army protection, tinge tine chimiro, tinge tine vanhu.
Let me be abundantly clear on this, and please listen carefully. Dr. Kudakwashe Tagwireyi did not speak as a candidate, a competitor, or a campaigner. He stood as a servant of the vision. He spoke on behalf of the president. His presence on that platform was not a political theater. It was proof of allegiance, a demonstration of unity between the private sector and the office of the head of state, a reflection of trust, a reinforcement of commitment. And yet, the response from certain corners of society has been far from noble. And I'm wondering, instead of celebrating partnership, some have chosen to spread falsehoods, ignite suspicion, and push a quiet but very dangerous agenda to derail what we are building in this nation. And in his words, Dr. Tagwireyi said, there is no vacancy in the State House until 2030. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to break down this statement as per my understanding as someone who takes time to psychoanalyze issues before blabbing and murmuring, lamenting about things. This is what Dr. Tagwireyi meant. When he said there is no vacancy in the State House, not now, not tomorrow, not until 2030. He was trying to say, let every political aspirant, every media manipulator, every ambitious puppet master understand this very clearly. Zimbabwe does not need interruption. It needs continuation. What is built under the leadership of His Excellency cannot afford to be paused by the impatience of those who have neither prepared nor proven themselves. And the strategic whispering campaign that seeks to paint Dr. Tagwireyi as a covert political player is nothing more than a calculated attempt, and I see you, to divide. This is a very classic political trick, and it says speculation is sabotage. It is the tactic of those who fear what they cannot control. First, they isolate the strong, then they tarnish the loyal, then they accuse the effective, but we are not blind, we are not the pattern. We hear the silence of those who should be defending progress in this nation. We recognize the well-dressed deception that is masquerading as concern. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vision 2030 is not a campaign, it is a national compass. It is important that we return to the heart of the matter. Vision 2030. This is not some cosmetic campaign, slogan designed to win headlines. It is a bold, structured, and measurable plan to elevate Zimbabwe to an upper middle income economy by the year 2030. And I think under the guidance of President Emmerson Mnangagwa, we are seeing the real-time execution of this agenda. Since the year 2017, progress has not been promised. It has been proven. The Harare Bay Bridge Highway is being upgraded to world-class standard. Did you know that? A getaway for trade and tourism. Border post modernization has brought order, efficiency, and new revenue to our borders. The national dam projects that are transforming agriculture from dependence on rain to predictable irrigation. Access to electricity and clean water in rural areas is no longer a theory. It is becoming a norm. Practicality is at hand. Thousands of Zimbabwean youths are now benefiting from innovation hubs, technology programs, and digital empowerment initiatives. And in health, education, and housing, we are witnessing a renewal of hope and restoration of dignity. This is not speculation, ladies and gentlemen. This is substance. This is what competent, consistent leadership delivers. And Dr. Tagwireyi, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to say this. He is a national asset. He is not a threat. It is both laughable and tragic that a man like Dr. Kudakwashe Tagwireyi, who has created jobs, funded development, empowered communities, and supported government policy, would suddenly be framed as a political threat. Is that now the cost of patriotism? He is not campaigning, he is contributing. He is not opposing, but he is building. He is not destabilizing, but he is reinforcing national direction. And I say this loudly. To attack him is to attack the very same idea of national cooperation. To discredit him is to discredit every citizen who chooses to stand with the government instead of merely criticize from the sidelines. Let us not punish loyalty. Let us not criminalize support. Let us not vilify builders while entertaining the arrogance of those who offer nothing but critique without contribution. Let us now take this matter a little bit deeper. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this. The attacks on Dr. Tagwireyi are not random. Follow me. They are very strategic. They are rooted in fear. Fear that a united front between business and leadership will leave no room for those whose only tool is division. When they cannot challenge the policy, they attack the person. When they cannot refute the progress, they fabricate the motives. When they cannot win the support of the people, they seek to confuse them. This is not politics. This is sabotage, and it is clothed in civility. But underneath it, it is pure subversion. There are elements who understand very well that His Excellency's leadership has recalibrated the expectations of the Zimbabweans. For the very first time in a very, very long time, we are seeing timelines, execution, follow through, and that alone threatens the comfort of those who have thrived in chaos. So they fight not to win, but to stall. They don't need to take over just to slow us down. But let it be known, we will not be scattered.
Tinokusapota Vision 2030 rambai makadaro baba, infrastructure development ndoyatiri kuda baba, transport network now is improved.
Nation building requires continuity. Some of the most significant national projects, be they infrastructure, economic reform, or social service delivery, will not reach full maturity by 2030. Some are long-term investments that will only bear fruit in 2040. Even 2050. That is the nature of responsible nation building. It is integrational. It is not fast food. It is a feast being prepared with precision. And this is precisely why continuity is not a matter of political convenience. It is a matter of national security. To interrupt what is working is to destabilize momentum. To replace tested leadership with experimental ambition is to gamble with the millions of lives. To silence those aligned with Vision 2030 is to silence Zimbabwe's future. The voice of reason must be louder than the noise. So today, with full clarity and no compromise, let me make this declaration louder than the whispers, sharper than the lies, and firmer than the fear. His Excellency President Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is not just in office, he is in command. He is not warming a seat, he is building a nation. He is not reacting to pressure, he is executing vision. His leadership has shifted Zimbabwe from stagnation to strategy, from slogans to structure, from speculation to substance. Vision 2030 is not just a slogan, it is a national assignment, a living, breathing roadmap that is already reshaping the way Zimbabweans live, work, and dream. It is not just about roads and buildings, it is about opportunity, dignity, and legacy. And it is not for the faint-hearted or the politically immature. It is a vision that requires discipline, stability, and follow-through. Therefore, Dr. Kudakwashe Tagwireyi is not a political rival. He is a businessman and a national ally. He is not looking for power. He is using his power to uplift others. His loyalty is not bought. It is built on values, vision, and verifiable commitment to progress of this land. And let it be known, the attempt to isolate him is not about him. It is about silencing anyone bold enough to support this president without shame. There is no vacancy in the State House until 2030, said Dr. Tagwireyi. This is not speculation. This is a resolution. This is not a debate. This is not a forecast. This is a national fact. Those who are still positioning themselves, whispering strategies in back rooms, need to understand only one thing. Zimbabwe is not desperate. Zimbabwe is not confused. Zimbabwe is not for sale. The president is in charge. The mission is on track. And the people will not trade this vision for vanity. We must not be distracted by anageza, vanhu vanotaurisa, vekuti vakangowana mafoni nemakamera, vakuda kubuda nyika haitongwe pa WhatsApp, nyika haitongwe pa Facebook, nyika haitongwe pa Twitter. Let it be known. We must not be distracted, not at any point, not at any time. We must not be moved by headlines that are manufactured in the laboratories of mischief, lies, deception, tomfoolery. We must not allow the politics of envy to sabotage the policies of impact. Those who have nothing to offer but noise will always be threatened by those who build in silence and serve with substance. We are not here to entertain chaos. We are here to establish order. We are not here to negotiate with those who want to dismantle progress. We are here to protect it. And us, as the Harare Economic Forum, we are going to do so without fear or favor. Let it be written in the record of this hour: Zimbabwe will not regress. It will not be bullied. It will not be baited into instability by those who lost power and are desperate to reclaim it through confusion. This is not about party loyalty. It is about national legacy. This is not about personality. It is about policy. This is not about rumors. It is about results. And the results are clear. So to every citizen, every leader, every observer, both local and foreign, stand still and watch, because what we are building in Zimbabwe cannot be undone. What we are shaping cannot be shaken. And what we are declaring today is not just rhetoric. It is a commitment that is backed by conviction, proof, and power. Let the voice of reason drown the volume of manipulation. Let the voice of unity silence the politics of division, and let the voice of progress roar louder than every whisper of doubt. Let His Excellency remain where He is. Vision 2030 is moving and Zimbabwe is rising. May God bless His Excellency President Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. My name is J. Israel Jacob Dube, Chairman of the Harare Economic Forum. And by the way, we now have Bulawayo Economic Forum, and I approve this message. God bless you.